Today's episode is brought to you by Sincerely Shalia, my very own greeting card line, written and designed by me for real love and real life. Whether you need the perfect card to celebrate love, apologize, or say what's on your heart, Sincerely Shalia has you covered. So skip the generic and say it your way. Check out my full collection at shaliavinny.com/greeting cards and find the card that speaks for you. I can't wait till you guys check them out. And don't forget to let me know what you think. I love you guys. Hello and welcome to the Love This Way podcast, the show that exists to help men and women everywhere to be better at love. Never any gender wars or back and forth, just great tips to help you find and sustain the love of your dreams. Because love is a journey, but you still need direction. So grab your tribe and get ready, because each episode we're going to be talking about our real life issues, answering tough questions, and building solid relationships with one another as we heal, learn, and grow. I'm your host, your girl, Dr. Shalia Vinny, and on today's show, we're going to be talking about something that I know we are all very familiar with. You love them with all your might, but loving them is hurting you when hope keeps you stuck in a cycle. You cannot miss this episode. Hey, my babies. Welcome back to another episode of Love This Way. You ever love someone so much that it started breaking your spirit and your heart? It's like you keep waiting for the version of them that you know that they can be, the one that they showed you glimpses of, the one you fell in love with. But every time they hurt you, you tell yourself, maybe this is the last time. They didn't mean it. You know what? They said that they were going to change. You're not naive, and you're not even weak. You just love so deeply. But today we need to ask the hard question. At what point does loving them become a form of self-abandonment? This episode is not here to judge you. It's simply a wake-up call to name the cycle, to tell the truth, and to remind you that love isn't supposed to make you question your worth or your sanity. Can we talk about this? Because there is a real thing called the hope trap. And this is what happens when love turns into waiting. You didn't imagine their potential. You saw it in the way they held you at night, or the apology that felt real, in the good days, the rare but beautiful ones that made you believe that change was possible. But here's the pattern. They get better just long enough to reset your hope. Then they slip again, sometimes even worse than before. And now you're questioning your reality, your standards, and your own strength. This is the hope trap. You're not staying for the relationship as it is. You're staying for the relationship as it could be. That's what makes it so hard to leave. You're grieving a version of them that they only show in flashes. You're not crazy for wanting that version, but if it only shows up when you're ready to leave, that's not growth. That's control. I want to really get clear on this because change is consistent and change is accountable and change doesn't have to be begged for. And if every time you pull away, they temporarily improve, that's not healing. That's survival behavior to keep you from walking away. Here's an ugly and very hard truth. Some people only feel in control when you're hurting. They don't know how to give love unless it comes with power, fear, or silence. And if you're always the one who has to bend, apologize first, do the emotional labor, walk on eggshells, make excuses to others, then love is not being shared. It's being held hostage. I want you to really ask yourself, do they only show up when they're afraid to lose you? Do they minimize your feelings but expect full access to your heart? Do they weaponize your love against you, reminding you that you stayed, so it must not be that bad? That's not partnership, that's manipulation. And here's something even more complicated. Do you know that sometimes they really do want to be better? They try, they cry, they promise, but they don't know how to love well because of their own trauma or upbringing or lack of self-awareness or unhealed wounds. And while it's tempting to stay in hopes that they're going to figure it out, it's not your job to be their lesson. You are not their rehabilitation center. You are not the test run for the person that they might become. And you shouldn't have to be destroyed in the process of their self-discovery. Your compassion is beautiful, but your safety, peace, and worth come first. Staying in a relationship that constantly breaks you down doesn't make you loyal. It makes you invisible to them and then eventually to yourself. Hey friend, If you're tired of those generic, impersonal greeting cards, I've got you covered. Sincerely Shalia is my very own greeting card line, written and designed by me to help you say what's really on your heart. Whether it's love, apologies, or just because, these cards speak for you. Skip the cookie cutter messages and send something real. Check out my collection at shaliavinny.com/greeting cards and find your perfect card today. So we've been discussing how hope for change can keep us stuck in a love that doesn't love us back. But I need for you to be okay and for you to be able to heal. So here are 5 steps to free yourself from this cycle, even if you're not quite ready to leave. Number 1, I want you to tell the whole truth, not just the highlights. Stop romanticizing the relationship through the best moments. If you wrote the full story, including the pain, confusion, the empty apologies, what would it actually say? Number 2, stop measuring love by effort. Measure it by impact. Just because someone is trying doesn't mean that it's working. If their change still leaves you feeling broken, unseen, unsafe, it's not enough. Okay? Number 3, write down what it's costing you. Your peace, your confidence, your health, your joy. List everything you've sacrificed just to maintain this love. Sometimes we don't realize the price until we see the receipts. Number 4, I want you to separate hope from reality. Hope is powerful, but dangerous when it keeps you stuck. Is your hope based on their consistent behavior or on who you wish they could be? Number 5, start choosing you in small ways. You don't have to leave today, but you can start by saying no, by setting boundaries, by loving yourself more than you fear of losing them. The healing starts when you stop betraying yourself to hold on to someone who won't hold on to you fully. Let me tell you something that I wish someone had told me sooner. You're not weak for staying. You're not broken for still loving them, but you are worthy of more. They've had years to get it right, years to choose you fully, years to stop hurting you, not just when you cry, but before it ever even gets that far. And yet here you are, still shrinking and still hoping and still waiting. But what if waiting is costing you the version of yourself that you're supposed to become? Real love doesn't keep you in limbo, and it doesn't improve temporarily just to stop you from leaving. It grows consistently to make sure that you actually want to stay. If you're scared to leave, that's okay. And if you still love them, that's okay too. But please hear this. Loving them isn't wrong. Losing yourself for them is. You can love someone deeply and still choose yourself louder. If you need more help, you know you can always go to shaliavinny.com and book a one-on-one session with me. I love you so much, and I'm going to see you on the next episode, okay? Today's show is brought to you by Sincerely Shalia, my greeting card line. Please rate the show on your favorite streaming platform, share it with one person who you think needs to hear it, and ask them to do the same. Remember, good, better, best. Don't you ever let it rest. To your good is better, and your better is best. Until next time, your friend and motivator and relationship strategist, Dr. Shalia. Bye.